You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, presented by the Only One Media Group. This is the people's choice for quality interviews, celebrities, and special guests. Hosted by Demetrius Dini Reynolds. Call in to join the mix at 701-801-9813. For the complete archive of episodes, visit onlyonemediagroup.com and be sure to like us on Facebook at Vigilantes Radio. We welcome all. Enjoy the show. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds. Enjoy the show.
Yo, what is up, and welcome to another awesome episode of Vigilantes Radio. I'm your host, dini-mussolini, and right now there's over 10,000 of you guys in our chat room on the phone lines, using Skype, Google Hangout, the browser, all the plugins that I use to run these live episodes. You guys are filling them up, and I appreciate that greatly. We have a very special guest, so you definitely want to stick around for that. Lift up another. What have you done lately to bring out the best in someone else? When you lift up another, you cannot help but lift yourself up as well. Do you ever get discouraged and feeling sorry for yourself? The best cure for your own despair is to help someone else. We all have a need to be needed. When you think about it, isn't that a beautiful arrangement? Can you think of anyone whom you would consider successful who has not in some way changed the lives of others for the better? Who can you help? Where can you make a difference? How can you lift up the life of another? When you seriously and thoughtfully consider those questions, the answers will illuminate your own path to success and fulfillment. The abundance in your life is magnified by every other person through whom you let it flow. Take that from me, dini-mussolini. That is my word, and word is bond.
You're live in the mix. Let's get this started.
Yo, hello and welcome to another awesome episode of Inside the Music, or Inside the Book, Inside the Business, where we dive into the minds of the people who create marvelous things. It feels so good to be back with you guys once again. So one time for my people who are indigos, crystalline, or starseeds, or for my Vigilantes audience family, and 2 times for my people who are vegetarian or vegans. If you're like me, we are averaging over 37,000 live listeners, and we've been at this for 4 solid years. I appreciate all you guys who've been rocking with the kid on this journey, and we are still evolving, baby. It is all because of you, most definitely. We are the people who have dedicated their lives to music, spirituality, business, literature, art, movies, and research in every aspect, and we want to allow you an opportunity to tell your story. Man, we've had celebrities on our show, from Grammy Award-winning artists to nominees to actors, comedians, CEOs, technology geniuses, visual artists, from authors to professors and aliens, or people who think they're aliens. It doesn't matter who you are or where you come from. Come on our show and talk to me. So check it out. To book your interview or just to share a real cool story, email me at vradio@onlyonemediagroup.com. And that's V as in Victor. I'm passionate about what I do, just as passionate about what you do, and together, yes, together, we can get your voice heard by the people who should hear it. So let's create something incredible. You know the number to dial, 701-801-9813. Text that number to your buddy right now and tell them to tune in to connect with us or our guests, or you can hop in the mix directly from our website, onlyonemediagroup.com. Right from the homepage, you can slap that go live button and you'll be right here live in the mix and in the chat room with all of us. Feel free to shoot over some questions to ask our guests while they are here, but only as time permits. Sometimes my guests and I talk entirely too much and we take up the entire hour. And as always, all episodes are available for free download, and you can grab that from either Spreaker.com/onlyonemediagroup, iTunes, YouTube, or any app from the Google Play or iTunes Store, or over at our website. And that goes for every single episode that we ever aired.
All right. Today's interview is the Freddy D Interview, and again, I'm your host, dini-mussolini. All right, now, come on and put down your devices as we talk about all things music. We're hoping that he will be extremely open and honest in his answers about what's important in his music, how the songs are formed and written. We'll talk personal stuff, professional stuff, and continue to drop beautiful knowledge into your ear holes so that your brains can soak up the insight. I've always said it's inspiring to be inspiring, and there's a very familiar sentiment expressed in his music. And with that, let's welcome Freddy D to our show. Hey, man, you're now live in the midst with all of us. How's it going?
What's up, man? How you doing today?
Hey, man, we're doing great, man. Glad that you can join us for prime time tonight. How's it going, bud?
Can't complain. I'm glad to be here.
Most definitely, man. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty, man. Let's dive into your background. Who are you and where do you come from?
Well, Freddy D is, like I'm a talented, creative human being. I come from Hempstead, New York. I'm a passionate person. I'm a Pisces. I'm always willing to be creative. I'm an original thinker. I'm a dreamer, passionate person, just always willing to give more than less.
Most stuff. All right. So you have a single called Everyone. Tell us about that.
They got the name wrong, called Everybody.
Everybody.
Yeah. It was just a record, I was just putting out on this new record, because when I make rap music, I don't like to, like I said, with the more or less, I don't like to just make singles. I like to make albums. So it was one of the records that stood out when I was making the record. It sounded very different. So, and my little nephew, he came walking into the little area where I make music. He's like, that sounds more like today's music. So I was like, looking at him like, okay, for him to get up out of his little seat to come and tell me that, let me pay attention to this record a little more.
Right on. So do you feel like your music has a universal quality that anyone can enjoy, or do you feel like your music may or may not resonate more strongly with a certain demographic?
Oh, yeah, I'm a relatable person, so, I be around everybody, from old people, young people, babies, so it's when you be around people, you kind of, pick up the vibe of how everybody like to have their music receive to them. So I kind of get that energy. So when I'm making music, I kind of got a world view when I'm writing. So I never just write for myself or where the area where I'm from, or the struggles that I endured, because I always know that it's always more. So I always leave room for improvement when I write.
Most definitely. And how do you feel like your own art, music and songwriting has progressed or evolved from when you first started?
It's crazy because, doing this stuff for 20 years, it's you already become who you are. So now you got to let the world know who you are. So you got to go all the way back. You got to have the imagination, exaggeration. You got to have the inspiration to be able to do it all over again, but the right way. Because we always set the blueprint of it when we start as kids, when we follow our dreams and we vision it a certain way. But then you unearth that with the way reality is, and then you start to put the better presentations forward.
Most definitely. Yeah, I totally agree, man. And you have a new album that just dropped. Congratulations on that. It's called Stunt, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So you put that out, man. Are you feeling any kind of pressure to succeed?
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear that last one.
I said, are you feeling any kind of pressure to succeed?
To succeed? Not really, because when you like got a vision in your head as a kid and you been living a certain lifestyle in a box with your mom, you know, the way you've been living, and it's something that you start to work towards and you start to see it reveal yourself, you understand that the only thing you didn't see during the vision was the way life would be, like the cold shoulders, the hardships and pain, the hard relationships, you know, the negativity. That's the only thing you don't see, but the vision stays abroad. So if it says you're going to be successful and big, that's just the way it's going to be, because God don't change. So when something's put in you, that's just who you are, and you got to ultimately find a way to manifest it to the best of your ability, regardless of what you go through, you know.
And tell us about like what kind of themes, genres, subjects did you end up exploring through your writing and music when you were venturing through putting this album together?
For me, I don't know about everybody else, I'm a thinker. Everything's always 10 albums advance. So this is number 2 of a 10 album series that I probably already got projected. So this record is like a 16-year-old Freddy D. You know, you kind of put yourself around that. What would a 16-year-old Freddy D would have been sounding like, what you would have been talking about. You know, you let your music grow with you as you put it out. Because I always wanted the world to grow with me. You know, I thought that big of myself, you know. So as you putting out that music, you saturated over those times of your life when you had to force yourself to live and you couldn't make music, but you imagine at that time that you would have been making music. Now you're at a time now when you're able to make music, so you imagine that time. It's like a mirror image that you kind of progress. So I kind of went along a lot of concepts of talking about subjects of like everybody want to be somebody on one part of the subject, and then on another subject, everybody want to love somebody. And then you got the middle person who just watches and just try to, you know, learn from the two evils. So, you know, so I've been on those kind of concepts. So I went to another record with Stay Alive, you know, giving people like, everybody trying to find a way to live. Some people trying to find a way to shine. You got some people who just want to be themselves. I know people don't even be on the internet and use social media. So those are the people who will walk past you while you think in the world know you because you got 8 million followers and 8 million likes. It's some people who don't even know nothing of you. So that right there humbles me a lot. So I talk about real things.
Most definitely. And given that you talk about real things, I'm sure you have a lot to say and communicate to us all through music. And sometimes I think it's impossible to say it all over the duration of one song, one EP, one album. But if you could somehow sum it up of what you wanted to say through your music, what might that be?
Transgress, you know. Always be looking to be the better you, you know, elevate, you know, no matter your situation. We could be in a hole, but if you still believe that you're a great person, you're going to have people that say, you ain't got shit, they're going to put you down, but it's you that's going to grab that rope that's going to pull you up and take you to the next level. So if you allow yourself to transgress and to leave room for improvement, then that's what I'm really trying to say with my music. Always grow. Never think that it's it, because the moment will change and you'll be stuck. Like, it's still people living in the 70s. We in 2019. Still people living in the 90s. We in 2019. Still, it's people in 2019 living like they ain't got no sense. It's 2019. You know, it's still the same morals. It's still the same reality. Nothing changes. But you got to open yourself up to either being a better you or to letting yourself go and being the worst you. And I hope the worst you stay away from people. You know?
Oh, yeah. Most definitely. So what kind of, like, changes or life events along the way have shaped the way you currently write?
Period, because, you know, I'm a dreamer. So at one point when you're growing up, you imagine things from the world that's being presented to you that it's going to be like that for you when you grow up. You got to learn the hard way that, everybody isn't given a bridge to adulthood, and you come to learn that, now things you probably underestimated or took for granted ain't there no more, Now you got to try to revive yourself and to put, it's like having an extra ligament there that's not there. You got to try to create something like mentally to be there to keep you, to sustain you, to keep going forward. That's why a lot of people give up. They don't have that exaggeration or that imagination to create a mental aspect to gravitate towards, to keep you going until the real thing evolve again. So, it's like playing Legos, you gotta be able to have something mentally to push you when there's nothing really there.
Right on, yeah. Is there another step in your evolution to come with music?
Oh yeah, every day. Every time I release a record, every time I release music, because I took myself back like a slingshot, Everybody else just go with the little force that they have. I had force, but I went backwards because I wanted to create more talk, So every time I release something, another ladder, I done climbed up on another level. Because now my next record I'm working on, I got more like a live sound. Like that one I just released, I use like Fruity Loops. Producing your own music give you that way of conducting how you want to present it. So you could have two ways you present your music if you have the creative tenacity that I have. I'm able to bounce right back up after doing something and get right back to something, because it's just something I want to do. This is who I am. Some people want to jog. Some people want to play hockey. Some people want to skydive. Some people want to, drive cars. Some people want to steal. This is what I do. I can do this without getting paid.
No, yeah.
So it speaks volumes.
Yes, sir. And us music journalism types, man, we always find a way to ask about who influenced your music and blah, blah, blah. But I want to take it a step a little further tonight. I want to know about some of those names that influenced the way or kind of help you when it came to your studio performance.
I do a lot. I watch a lot of people. I go on YouTube. Thank God we got YouTube these days. I started back in '96, like when we had to go to shows. We had to watch Video Music Box. We had to watch all these TV shows. We had to hope the antenna gave us like reception to watch TV. So I came from that place. So being able to have the quality to watch whatever I want these days, I go back as far as James Brown. I go back as far as Otis Redding. I go back as far as Temptations. I go to people who really made music stand for something and how it was hard when something wasn't really accepted to try to get on stage and get people to receive it. So I go to those people. I don't go to today where it's already acceptable to be a certain way. I go where it was hard because I'm creating my own sound. So when you cut your own sound, you want to put yourself in a place where people who was like cutting their own tongue at the time, getting their own weight and creating their own sound where they was at. So I go to those kind of people. Elvis, I go all the way back. I just watch everybody and I see how they worked and what they did to get the crowd going, how quiet they was before they made a move. You watch all of those steps because you don't want to, I ain't the type to perform unless it's going to be a performance. So I like to make sure I grab the attention of the crowd.
That's good. Speaking of that, do you have any coming up?
Right now I'm just gonna make a lot of music, make a lot of videos, put myself like in a place where now people, like I said, you want to be receptive, you want to be received. You don't want to just be on there when people never heard of you. You want to get your music running. So I want to be like the Phantom for a little while. Put out some music, make sure it's getting stronger and stronger, promote, build up an audience, and then give them what they want.
Most definitely. So personally, after listening to your music, I have to say it's really that realistic aspect of your music that seems to set you apart from the rest of the artists that's out there that I listen to. But that's my own impression. what do you feel are strong defining qualities in your music that would allow listeners to pick you out of an entire random playlist of songs without seeing your name attached to it?
My sound, I usually try to sound like somebody who's relaxed, somebody who's cool, somebody who will help you get through something. I kind of send off frequencies of confidence. So if they don't see my name, they'll probably catch the vibe off of how the words roll off of my tongue. So that creativity.
Yes, sir. And what does a Freddy D song has to have included in order for you to be happy with it?
Just originality. That's it. I got to sit there and see it being made from zero. I don't like to never see a plate already cooked for me. I like to see it from scratch. So if it ain't from scratch, then I'm not okay. Can you at least show me your files? I want to see how you put the work in to get to that place. So that's really all it is.
Are you guys ready for
energy?
All energy, yeah.
All energy. It's all energy. So if the energy ain't there, then there's not nothing you can do about it.
Does that include bad energy?
Even the bad energy sometimes produces good energy, because sometimes you can write a bad song that relates to a lot of people go through more bad than good. So if you can write a bad song that relates to a lot of bad and make people feel great about it, then it's a good energy.
How's that, Freddy D? All right, are you guys ready for some music? We have Freddy D with his song Everybody, and we'll be right back.
Everybody wanna be somebody. Everybody just wanna love somebody. Everybody wanna be somebody. Everybody just wanna love somebody. Ejected the flow, blasting off like a beam. The whole world changed, you know what I mean? Ain't taking no chances, you know what I seen? They stealing your shirts, they stealing your jeans. When your feelings get hurt, don't be looking at me. They chasing that bag, they chasing that dream. Fall in your face, get back on the scene. Cop a new car, they pulling you over, saying you hopping, you sober. Everybody wanna be somebody. Everybody just wanna love somebody. Everybody wanna be somebody. Everybody just wanna love somebody. They mess with my vibe, leave me alone. Every day I'm high, or 20 I'm off. I brought you here, where you go? Ride the bandwagon till you fall off. Leave me alone, that's your loss. Leave me alone, that's your loss. Top 10, my Glock spit, kill conflict, no hostage. Boxed in, 1-8, boxed in, new crate. Everybody wanna be somebody. Everybody just wanna love somebody. Everybody wanna be somebody. Everybody just wanna love somebody. Wanna love somebody. Wanna be somebody. Wanna love somebody. Wanna be somebody. Take the cash and fully invested. Waking up early, always restless. Roll up one, go get breakfast. Better know what you want when you go and fetch it. Hope you don't fall when you feel that pressure. So much pain, it's gotta be better. Intel, that's intel, my ink spell, pin wheel. Do it myself, no corporation, that's chemtrails, doors and masons. Everybody wanna be somebody. Everybody just wanna love somebody. Everybody wanna be somebody. Everybody just wanna love somebody. Wanna be, wanna love somebody. Wanna be somebody.
guys, and we are back again. That was Freddy D with the song Everybody. I love the sound of that track. Oh, yes, pure dopeness. Email me and let me know what you think. That's theradio@onlyonemediagroup.com. Let me know your thoughts as well. So when you're ready to pay the price, only then you can truly enjoy and appreciate the benefits. If you get the reward without making the effort, it might look good, of course. It might feel good, and it might seem good, but it won't do you much good. It won't teach you or compel you to grow stronger as a person. Have you ever played on a sports team that won a game by forfeit because the other team did not show up? It's an empty victory. Sure, it goes on the win column, but it feels more like a defeat. After all, even though the goal is to win, the whole point is to play the game. It's the point of life to collect trophies. The trophies have value only when they represent the effort you have made and the person you have become. Seeking to obtain the rewards of life without paying the price is like buying someone else's trophy at a garage sale. They may look impressive on your shelf, but they bring no fulfillment and have no real meaning. Which would you rather have, the fruit or the tree? The fruit is gone after you eat it once, but the tree continues to provide fruit season after season. The fruits of success are a poor substitute for actually living a life that brings success. Don't just grab the fruit and run. Take the time to plant and nurture the tree by paying the price, making the effort. Then you'll have all the fruit you could possibly need. Take that from me, Dini-Mussolini. That is my word, and word is bond. But right now, let's bring back the man of the moment, Freddy D. Man, let everyone know where to connect with you online.
Peace. Yeah, IG, Twitter, Facebook at Freddy D Music, FREDDYD Music. Google me, reach out to me, let me know. I'm making beats. We could collab, we could talk. You know, life is good when you can live amongst everybody and help each other. You know, they say we in the United States, they say we in the world. Nobody going nowhere. So, you know, let's make each other time here beautiful.
Most definitely. Well, man, I definitely appreciate you, man, your time and your efforts and your dope music, man, for coming up on the show, man. You have the new album at Stunt out right now. Guys, I have the links to that in the description of this episode, so make sure you go cop that and let him know what you think about it. Man, any last words before we part ways?
Yeah, definitely. I got a new album coming out in December. You know, I'm heavy. I'm getting ready. I ain't got no time to waste.
Another one? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You know, I've been busy. You know, this one up a notch a little more. Like I said, I'm giving more of a home base. Like I'm back around after all the dreaming. I'm back. I feel like I'm back to myself after, you know, captivating and doing things that, you know, your dream tell you to do and allow you to do. So then, like you said, I just heard what you said. You know, when you do the tree, you start to being able to pick your own fruit. So since I got the chance to pick my own fruits, why not give them more? You know, by just give them that little bit. Elephant in the Hood. You know, there's so much going on that nobody talks about in the hood that is just way much more. You know, and I'm just going to start talking about everything because I started my own record label and I'm able to do these things. So just do it.
Shout out to you. Yeah.
Thank you, man. And again, follow your heart, follow your dream, and just be whoever God made you to be, and that's just the end of it.
Most definitely. Well, I pray for continued success, man, in your direction, man. You have a blessed night.
You too, man. Enjoy yourself. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you.
Thank you, my Vigilantes family, as always, for checking out my podcast over here at Vigilantes Radio. All episodes are available for free download, and you can grab that from either Spreaker.com/onlyonemediagroup, iTunes, YouTube, any app that's on a Google Play or iTunes store, or our website. And that goes from every single episode that we've ever aired. If you'd like to request music or a particular guest or send something for me to play, email it to vradio@onlyonemediagroup.com. If it's music, please label it by artist and title. Here's my disclaimer. We are genre free, we do not judge, and we absolutely do not base our opinions on hearsay but facts alone. And actually, you can scratch all of that because all of my opinions are always right. That's the bottom line. This is my show, so deal with it. Nah, just kidding. On behalf of myself, Dini-Mussolini, I appreciate all you guys for tuning in, either afterwards or live with us. Spread the word because sharing is caring. We stepped up our game just for you guys and our guests to make sure that you have the best experience here on our show. Be sure to connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, as well as Spreaker. We always follow back. That is the number one rule. Okay, well, just remember to be yourself and be absolutely great at just doing that. Avoid being too comfortable because you're messing with your potential when you do that. Peace and have a good night.
You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, the people's choice for quality interviews, art, music, and hot topics. Hosted by Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds of the duo No Longer the Hero. All episodes of this podcast are available for free download at www.onlyonemediagroup.com. This is a Seventh Sign Regime Rebirth Worldwide Syndicate exclusive.